Hello, everybody. Let's talk today about the British Mandate of Palestine, the land of Israel, from 1920 to 1948. The mandate was established in order to assist the Jews to create their future state, Israel. The Jews in the mandate have their own parliament and their own government, and they had elections. However, very soon the British broke their promise to the Jews and they started to hinder Jewish immigration to the land and purchase of land. The British did that mainly in the vain hope to get the Arabs' support to them against the Germans. This was headed to the hardship of life in the land of Israel during the British Mandate of Palestine. However, very common to the Jews, when it's hard, the Jews are making jokes. So yes, there was a Zionist called Drayanov, Alter Drayanov, and with all the hardship of life in the British Mandate of Palestine, he actually collected all the Jewish jokes in the world into one book. It was published in 1922, the first edition. There was another edition compiled in 1938, and over there's a lot of jokes over there. But there is a few that are relevant to the British Mandate of Palestine. So listen up. Here are just a few jokes from that book and other jokes. So here is a joke from the British Mandate of Palestine before Israel was independent. The joke goes that a Jewish police officer is entering the headquarters and is informing his British commander that he arrested 7 people, and is reporting him that he arrested 3 of the revisionist Zionists, and then he arrested 2 of the Labour Party, and then he arrested another one from the General Zionists, and another one from Mizrahi. So the British officer is very surprised. He's telling him, "What? Who's guarding him right now?" So he replied, "Well, they all hate each other, so they're watching each other." Just to clear up, the Labour was called Mapai, the Land of Israel Labour Party, and they were a political opponent of liberal and other religious Zionist groups. And this is why putting them together. So one joke that is even not though in they're the arrested, book, they're gonna watch each other. It somehow is about yeke. Yeke is a slur for Jews who came from Germany to Israel during the 30s. It's an acronym for Yehudi Havana, a Jew that is hard to understand, is slow to understand, basically. And there is a joke that emphasizes what I mean, basically. So, for example, in 1948, really like in May, just a few days before Israel declared independency, the British imposed a curfew in Tel Aviv, and a curfew. You're not allowed to leave the house. You're not allowed to walk in the street until the next warning or order or whatever. I mean, it's very common during the British Mandate period that the British would just impose a curfew in order to avoid fighting and stuff like that. But so there was this Jew who was a Yeke, and there was a curfew, so he stayed at home. But after some time, the British are gone. The British Mandate is over, and Israel is independent. Of course, there's the War of Independence, but still, the curfew is gone. So, but his friends, they realized that, and so they asked him, "But why are you still at home? The curfew is gone. The British are gone." So he's saying, "What do you mean? But the British need to tell us that the curfew is gone. I'm not leaving until the British are telling me that the curfew is gone." The rise of Nazism in Germany caused the fifth Aliyah. Jews from Germany and Central Europe came to the land of Israel, and they brought a new wave of life. Jokes to, especially to Tel Aviv. About Zionism or the land of Israel from the book is about Tel Aviv, and he's saying that scientists invented telegraph, which is a great invention, but cannot hear or cannot see. So they invented an even better invention. They invented the phone, and the phone can hear, but it cannot see. So the Jews invented something even better. They invented Tel Aviv, because Tel Aviv can see, can hear, can say, but when it say, it's telling to everyone. Another joke is about the general Zionist, basically liberal Zionist during the British Monarch period. They were a minority because the Jewish government, the Vaad and the Sochnut were actually ruled by the socialist, by Mapai, future Labor Party in Israel. So the jokes goes that don't sleep on your right side, your back will hurt. Don't sleep on your left side, your butt gonna hurt. Don't sleep on your belly, your heart gonna hurt. Don't sleep on your back, your eyes gonna hurt. If you want to really have a good sleep, go to the General Zionist Convention. So General Zionist just mean that they don't belong to a specific party. That's what it just called General
Another
Zionist.
joke from the British Monarch period goes, I don't really remember it completely, but basically some Jew from Poland come to live to the land of Israel, and he come to Tel Aviv, the first Hebrew city, and he goes there and he see that a restaurant is open in Shabbat on Saturday, and he's very, very surprised. So he goes there and says, hey, it's Shabbat. And they tell him, no, in Tel Aviv it's okay. It's not against the law. And so then he goes, what? But there's music, you know, you're not supposed to listen to music in Shabbat. I tell him, in Tel Aviv it's okay. So he sit down and he asked for a arak, which is a sort of alcohol in the Middle East. He ordered that, and then he's asking some lemon juice, something like this. Hold up. So, and then he's mixing the lemon juice with the arak, and then people tell him, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're putting lemon juice in the arak? Oh, no. So he's saying, oh, finally I found out what is forbidden in Tel Aviv.
These are just a few jokes from that period of history. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.